In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at a really cool knife from my friends at ESSE Knives. This is the Jaraca Kukri. It's part of their EXPAT line, and that's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me for another Sharp Saturday video where it's Saturday and we take a look at something sharp. Like I said today, that something sharp is this Jaraca Kukri from the EXPAT line from ESSE Knives. So we're going to get down to the old stump top and get to doing some of that kukri stuff right after this word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Hog Holsters. Hog Holsters are made in the USA in Arizona, and they are without a doubt the most comfortable concealable holster I've ever tested. You can save 10% on your order at Hog Holsters by using the coupon code Survival on Purpose, all one word. That's hogholsters.com. Thanks to Hog Holsters for sponsoring today's video. Okay, so here is the Jaraca Kukri by ESSE Knives. This thing has an overall length of 16 3/4 inches with an edge length of 11.5 inches. Its stock thickness is 1/4 inch, tapers down to a full flat grind with a convex secondary bevel. The steel is 1075 carbon steel with a black textured finish, and as I said, a full flat grind. Features a 5-inch walnut handle with a lanyard, a paracord lanyard, and front and rear guards. The knife weighs 1 pound, 3.4 ounces. I weighed it, so it's very solid. It's a full tang kukri. It comes with this very well made nylon sheath. So this is very sewn very well. They did a good job, whoever makes this sheath for them. And fits in here like so, with 2 snaps here and a snap around the handle. And then it has a snap around the handle. And it has a nice belt loop here. Seems to be very well sewn and does a good job. And with the sheath, the knife weighs 1 pound, 7 ounces. It has a lifetime warranty, like everything from ESSE. And the online price on this thing is around $110 to $120, something like that. So it feels really good in my hand. And I wear medium gloves, and if I choke up on it, I've still got that much room left back there. So if you've got larger hands than I do, you're going to be fine. I like the edge geometry. I like the back, the way this angle is. It's got a lot of weight up here for chopping, but still very well balanced. And we're certainly going to check the balance on this one. But that's the specs. So let's get to doing some of that there kukri stuff. You want to? First of all, as always, we want to be a little scientific. We have to do the test the sharpness on this thing out of the box using the internationally recognized standard sharpness test, the redneck sharp test. So we're going to do that now, and let's just see. It feels pretty sharp, but you never know. So let's just see how well it does on that. And I got to be really careful because the testing medium is somewhat sensitive. So we're not getting redneck sharpness here anywhere on the blade. So, not redneck sharp, but it is a convex edge, and convex edges are usually not quite as hair-popping sharp, but let's just see how it does in some practical stuff. Okay, can you see me down here? So, I'm in the process of doing a little renewal here in the old outdoor studio testing grounds here. Since this is kind of a jungle tool, I thought I would go ahead and do some jungle type work with it and see if we can do something about some of these jungle trees that are in the way. So I'm gonna just chop that off there. We'll start with this limb here and see how well it chops right through one time. Let's see if I can get it in one whack. Okay, 2 whacks. Part of the problem is I'm trying not to whack through and hurt myself because I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna stay on this side of the tree and see if I can take this one in one whack. Oh, so close. That's a pretty tough little limb right there. But we got it. And we'll just take that one off and that one off and those dead ones off. So not bad there. And we're probably gonna leave the rest of this thing here. I thought about chopping the whole thing down, but you know, I might leave it. I haven't decided. I like green stuff, so chops pretty good there. It would behoove us to do some more like basic survival type firecraft stuff with this and see how it goes. So we're going to do a little bit of little bit of batoning. This is a very dry piece of wood, and I'm sure we're okay batoning this thing. We're going to do it anyway, whether we are or not. And let's just do this. It's a big old honking thick piece of wood, thick piece of steel rather, and I can't imagine it'd be a problem doing any batoning. And we're just to go ahead and split this out. I'm going to split it out again, because other than fire prep, splitting wood, batoning is also a useful skill for splitting things out, making fireboards or crafts or anything like that. And you can see it allows you to get really good control and split this wood kind of right down the seam there. And this is really straight grained wood, so it helps. So there's that. Now let's just see. This should be something good we can carve on. It's nice and thin, got some good edges. Let's see. Now, being that this is a pretty heavy knife, 1.5 pounds almost, 1.25 pounds, we're going to try to find the control point of it. So down here, you're not going to have much control unless you reach down here and try to do this with it. And you might could do that with it. You could also do this with it. We'll do it like this. And then we'll try to just... if I can maybe do it from the other side. Yeah, I probably got more control doing it like this. Found the sweet spot here. So those are pretty rough actually, but I'll split that out. Have a little something there to work with. So let me just try regular old carving some feathers. Regular old feather carving. And it's there. Let's try this. Get out of the way. This is actually doing a little better for me. I'm able to get a little more control this way. And I'm just used to doing this as well. I mean, we've all got our own little favorite ways of doing things. And your way may be different from mine, but that doesn't make you wrong or me right. We're different. And the bottom line is what if you get results. And in this case, the intended results are to get a fire going, or at least create some tinder and some way to get a fire, then that's successful, and it doesn't matter how you do it. So that way works best for me. But we do have some really nice little curls there. So I just happen to have a little sliver of fat wood. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not bad there either. Look at all that glorious golden godly goodness right there of fat wood. So I'm sure you know where we're going now. I've got my good old faithful Exotech Fire Rod XL, and let's just see if we can get us a fire started with it. And I'm sure we can with the fat wood, but you know, I'm gonna try to direct these sparks over here towards the regular wood first, because it's kind of dry. Hadn't rained here in a few days. So let's see if we can get us something going there. Oh man, this thing throws. Oh, look at that. There we go. Didn't even need the fat wood. This thing absolutely strikes a ferro rod. So we'll put, but just as an example of why I love me some fat wood, check this out. Well, you know what? There it goes. It wasn't really any easier than that. And we'll just move you over there, put it all together. So, in spite of the fact that it's not redneck sharp, and I would probably like to put a little better edge on it, but it got the job done. It chops very well, and when you're having a chopper, you don't want to put a too fine edge on it because you wind up with a rolled edge or whatever. So certainly, life's full of compromises, but all in all, as a kind of a one-tool option, I think this is a viable option for that, a viable choice for that. But we're not done with the testing yet. When Chuck Norris was in school, his teachers raised their hand to talk to him. Okay, so that was some of the practical testing, but as you know, here at Survival on Purpose, we're all about the science, and to that end, we maintain a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge testing facility, which we put all our blades through. One of the primary tests we do with all fixed blades is to test the aerodynamic balance using our balance, orientation, and rotation device. By the way, I've had at least one or two disparaging remarks about my choice of a color palette for my new improved balance, orientation, and rotation device. I'll just say sometimes you use what you got. Anyway, let's get to the science. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, okay. Okay, I have removed the lanyard for the testing process because I'm beating the heck out of this thing. Endeavor to persevere. Boy, oh boy. You did, by the way, see the disclaimer at the beginning of the video, right? We're going to stop tempting fate and call this one balanced. I'm honestly about 50% probably on the achieving proper balance testing on this one. But let me just give you a close-up of this thing. I'll show you. It's beat all to pieces here. You can see I chipped the handle up here. It's got a little split right here in the handle. I broke the tip off there of the hand guard there. There's paint all over it where it hit the balance, orientation, rotation device, but the edge itself is still in great shape. There's like the handle is still tight and tightly fastened to the steel. It's not loose, there's no wiggle, none of that, nothing. The pins didn't come loose or anything. It just took a licking and kept on ticking. Big thanks again to the folks at ESSE Knives for sending me this so I could show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. It really does help the channel, for clicking that like button, for commenting, for sharing it with your friends. All those things really help YouTube to know that this is the kind of video you want to see, and maybe other people like you want to see it, and it helps keep the channel going. So I really sincerely appreciate it. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.